Let's get started.
Here we go. Now let's get it all in perspective. We did it like that, and now we do it like this.
Do not attempt to adjust your dial. I'm transmitting live. Yo,
Let's get down to business.
Now let's get it all in perspective. We did it like that, and now we do it like this.
All right.
for the underground world, every street and borough.
You may learn something.
Experience.
Post Joe.
Welcome to the Post Joe. As always, by tradition, we start the Post Joe off by thanking our new Patreons. This week we want to say what up to Tanner Chivalsek.
Hold on a sec. I'm sorry, come on. I hate to do that, but you got to start again.
As is customary on the Joe, we like to start by thanking the Patreons for this thing. First off, we'd like to go to Tanner Béchefferon and make sure they fait les faux. If you faim, then we can afford chez
It is not fair to these great
like
people.
A perfect impression. That's exactly what I hear when I'm talking.
It is not fair to these great people who are giving us money for you to mumble through this shit. Like your mouth is full of fucking marbles.
As is customary with the post show, we start by announcing all of our new patrons, whom we would like to thank dearly. First of whom is... Did he poop that?
Yeah, a huge raspberry.
He doesn't like my NPR? Okay.
A huge raspberry.
Go ahead, Kumar. Go through them.
Yeah, we'll start with a Tanner Chivalsek. See, that's why I mumble. Because if I mumble away, when I mumble their names, there's no difference. But,
So it's like when it's like showing up high for your driver's license photo. You're just setting the precedent.
Sisha.
Gotcha.
Anyways, Tanner came in at Bryan Red Band.
Thank you,
And
Tanner,
then,
so much.
Big shout out to Sajel
But sorry,
Solanke.
I'm sorry, Kumar, just slow down.
Whoa.
Slow down.
You guys got to say thank you as well.
We have to say thank you. And Tanner, it's worth noting, came in at $4.20.
$4.20 when it came up here as Bryan Red Band.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's worth noting. You're right, Simon. It's worth noting. He did that for a
purposely.
reason. Yeah.
You could have made it $4. You could have made it $4.20.
He could have done it way back April 20th, and it would have been even cooler, right?
Get out.
I should probably change that level to 420, but then we're losing 80 cents every time.
That's the Jew in me will not allow that.
Fair enough.
Well, no one would have known about it. You brought it up. Anyways, where was I?
Go on.
Big thank you to Sajel Solanke coming in at Bryan Red Band.
What about Michael Iverson?
I was going to get there.
You're just going in a weird order now?
Let him
Just order in front of me. And
Simon.
Steven came in at Brendan Schaub. What's up, brother?
White Iverson. Or maybe not. How do I know?
Yeah, just Steven. Sorry. You're the man, though, Steven. I really appreciate that.
Thank
Then we
you,
have
Steven.
Michael Iverson coming out of Bryan Red Band. And that's the same name as Allen Iverson. So that's interesting. I wonder if there's any lineage there. Doubt it. It's only $1, but I guess Iverson did blow all his money. And finally, a big shout out to G, who came at Brian Callen. And I'm just kidding here. I appreciate everything you guys do. These guys are upset, but they're appreciative too. Thank you so much.
We're so hold
He
on.
said we're appreciative as well.
You're
That's what he
upset with
said.
my dismissal.
And just back up. I'm sorry. I know, Matt, you don't want me to interrupt him while he's doing this. I'm just trying to give everybody their due.
I know, but listen, all I was saying was this. Let him get his chance to not give them their due,
no
then
problem.
pounce on
So
them.
now my turn.
Sure.
What do you get different info than we do? Like, are you privy to why did you call him G?
Because that's what it came up as.
Because I have a full name, so I'm just wondering why he only gets G.
What's the full name you
Well,
got?
it's Glenn Brazier.
Oh, Glenn Brazier. What up, bro? I'm as G here.
Okay, and
Do you have the app, Kamar? Is that why?
Yeah, I'm on that.
okay, gotcha. We're just getting this through the
So
email.
these
We
are,
have the
these are
app.
these are what their M&Ms come up as.
So,
What the hell's an M&M?
Well, to the Marshall Mathers.
and then back to Steven. Like, Steven is Steven. So, God forbid their name is Steven. You've really done them a disservice by just calling them Steven.
His name was Steven?
On here it is. Steven.
Stevens, whatever. So nice they
No,
named it
not,
twice.
not Stevens. Steven.
Even better. They named it twice exactly.
So I'm sorry, Matt. I felt like it wasn't.
Listen, all I said was give the guy a chance.
He
My
mumbled through the first part, and then he
so I can
skipped
fuck
people's
up all the
names.
names. And also, I feel I don't want to give any favoritism. I just want to give love to all of them. They're all appreciative.
it's so much
Although
love.
some are appreciated more.
This is all about the love. And I think that I'm sorry. I just thought, like, listen, if I'm a guy and I give you money and my name is Make Something Up, Glenn, and all of a sudden you just call me G like we're best friends,
Yeah,
I'd
but-
be like, what the fuck?
No,
man?
if you give
Hold
me
on.
money, you want me to shit on you a bit.
Hold on. First of all, if he
well,
gave
that's just weird that you would say that.
I know, it's just weird world we live in, man.
No, that's like that whole negging thing you used to do with the girls.
Still going.
It didn't work then, it doesn't work now.
I'm sure they appreciate it all.
But Patreon people, thank you so much.
yeah, thank you to everyone.
Thank you
And
to
you
everyone
are
for listening.
And no matter what level you came in at, you are all equal. Unless you came in at that $100 level, in which case you are much better than the rest.
You are greater than
Booyah,
equal.
motherfucker.
I think the $50 level was pretty great too.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And the
But
song and
only
dance
to be
were
trumped
too.
by the
Only
$100
half
level.
of how great
I mean, I
the
just don't
100
know what to
was.
tell
I
you.
get
Yeah,
it.
like
But that's what it's about. If
But-
you're not about capitalism or possessions, just giving. You know what I mean? And
Right.
thank you.
It's
No, but
the
in all
thought
serious-
that counts
listen,
is what you're
in
getting
all
at.
seriousness, we don't care what level you're coming in at. The fact that you're somehow listening and giving us some of your hard-earned money in a month is shocking.
The money is amazing, shocking. Just the listening is incredible. That, to me, is always the biggest fucking kick in the nuts.
And be happy knowing that we haven't spent a single dollar on ourselves. It's all gone back into making this thing. Okay, sorry.
Some legal
Okay,
fees.
sorry. Fine. Fine.
Just for transparency,
Okay.
I'm much more appreciated going with your party line. But
Fair enough.
I was looking.
All
at
the more reason
Okay.
why you shouldn't be mumbling through people's names.
Did he give you a look or something when I said no
I was
one?
gonna
Okay.
go with it.
Okay.
And Kamar, the giant man that he is.
Yeah, that's big, you, Kamar. Because I wasn't gonna say. I had no intention of. I had no intention of letting that cat out of the
That's
bag.
a golf clap
no
for
one
you, sir.
appreciates more than me.
Yeah, there you go. So some of your Patreon money went to Kamar's legal fees.
To a crooked lawyer, no less.
Whoa.
That's probably not a good way to spend that money, but either way.
If he's listening.
Definitely
Trust me,
not.
he's got a paralegal listening right now who's like, "Oh, really? Yeah,
No, he's not crooked for me. He's crooked against me.
I understand.
we got
we
it.
got you, Kamar."
Fuck.
Oh, I ruined it for the boys.
This guy's a fucking moron.
You are the problem.
Yeah, give him the number 3 though.
I'm kind of retarded.
Anyways, thank you very much for the Patreon. Keep on donating. Keep on supporting. Let's take this thing to the top.
We're all family here.
Oh my god.
Good fun. Good fun. Good fun.
Did you have anything you missed in the podcast, Simon?
I mean, yeah, and
How?
nay.
Whoa,
I
hold
think
on.
we got to everything.
Listen, I would say normally on a long week, I get why we miss stuff, but like, we did a 3-hour podcast. or 3 podcasts.
It was great. I think everybody
I think
got
we
to
should
do.
have-
Yeah, and it was
I
good.
was just doing as a courtesy post show.
He mumbles through that. I was just doing this
It
cruise.
happens though that
You're right,
there's
you're right,
something
yeah.
that- I mean, I like
What you're really saying though is, Simon, do you want to insert aliens or Bigfoot talk into somewhere here where you haven't gotten a chance?
Oh, but we're gonna do that.
Oh, it's coming.
That's
Oh.
coming. I missed so much
No, no.
last week.
To be honest with you, when he said no, I think we covered. I said, "Oh,
Oh, you were asking me if it was anything from this episode. You have to go. You should have said, "Hey, Simon, was there anything last week that you missed that you want to talk about?" At which point I would have said yes.
Well, I think I tried that on this episode that we just did.
You
When
did.
we said, "How's your week?"
You did try
I
that.
decided to do that, and it worked for me. Rather than holding on to it throughout the whole episode for now.
It worked for me. Go on, Kamar.
Well, I just didn't give the Kyle Dunnigan respect it deserved. That episode.
And
Smashing, charming, pleasure to meet you.
now we're just throwing in nonsense.
Well, here, since we're all being so honest, I went back and looked at my thing, and the Steve Sherpa and Michael Imperioli episode, I had an hour and a half left of that
Oh, Mr.
episode.
Half
like,
hour.
yeah, dude.
You didn't even know anything about the Black Box Theater or anything like that.
No, I was just smiling my way through. When you said that, I was like, I think I listened to less of this than I thought.
Well,
There you
I'll
go.
say the one thing about Cullen is
Why do you keep saying it like Colin Powell?
I think he feels like he's going to be racist if he says it wrong. You're not racist if you say it wrong.
His name is Colin in real life, I believe.
I think it's Colian.
No, he calls himself Coleon Noir. His real
Well, he calls himself Colion Nowhere.
Nor.
Noir.
Okay,
He doesn't
the
do it-
point
he
is,
doesn't say it
I
right.
think his real name is Colin.
I don't,
well,
I
whatever.
don't know.
Have you guys heard of Phil Collins?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know he performed at
This is the best segue ever.
he performed at Live Aid.
This is the best
in
segue ever.
1985.
Oh
well, no,
my
it's interesting
God.
because they did this concert Live Aid to try to save African children and starvation and stuff, and clearly they had so much systemic racism they had to work on. But he played in the morning in London, got on a plane, and played in the evening in Philadelphia, where he played with Led Zeppelin.
His first name is Collins.
No, his first name is Phil. I wish I didn't laugh there.
I wish I didn't laugh.
Collins Dwyer. Anyways, any extremist, he's just a little too extreme on the gun. Not in a scary way, but like maybe pick up other interests. But that was the most difficult episode. Jon Stewart was overwhelming, a landslide for me.
Can't listen to your train of thoughts anymore, man. It's too much.
When they talked about or Andrew Schulz, the best thing to come out of the pandemic is it really exposed all the weak parts on the world right now.
Yeah.
And hopefully the light shine upon him. It can help them be corrected.
Simon, do you feel like if someone could get in Kamar's mind, they'd come out looking like they'd seen too much? Like instant PTSD. You know what I mean? Like they might go into your mind and they'd come out like, well, that was really interesting. Like what a weird thing in there. And then they go into Kamar's mind and they just come out shaking like,
like you just watched a horror
I can't
movie.
unsee that.
They come out looking at ghosts because like he's not even thinking about the podcast or Joe Rogan.
It's just
he's making it up as he goes along.
It's just yakety sax the whole time.
I like mayonnaise in my toaster.
Like mayonnaise in my toaster. Yeah. How about me in the movie game?
Yeah, that was pretty amazing, Matty. Good work.
It was amazing. You guys to bring the movie to me too. I much appreciate that.
Now that I think about it, the conspiracy part of me is starting to push through. And I know I said that you couldn't possibly have set that up. But now I'm feeling like you guys set that up.
Well, we'll be setting up next week's in the car ride home.
Like it's too much a coincidence. This is like a bat next to the market, next to the fucking virus factory. Something's fishy.
Well, this is the weird thing is he takes your side on almost everything.
Nice job.
Correct.
But you think that somehow he wants to make up for that by giving me the movie game?
Correct.
Yeah, it's poisoning.
I think Kamar, that's very much how Kamar's mind works. I was going
He
to
was
say
about to
basic
say
mind
I was
works.
going to say some
But I didn't
like
mean
how-
no. I didn't mean basic like that. I meant like the animalistic part of you. You know what I mean? You are with me, so you feel like it's like when a ref gives a bad call and then throws another bad call to the other team. You know?
Even it out.
Yeah.
No, you give me too much credit.
Okay, maybe. Anyways, conspiracy.
I have 3 things I want to talk about. They're all local. I thought they were interesting.
More coyote talk.
Oh, we have such a coyote problem.
I broke this story weeks ago.
I know, but it's getting worse.
And
Each week I can tell you more fucking stories.
we're getting rid of the guns to take care of them. So we have no more developments on the boats that hit each other. But last Sunday
Planes hit each other.
while we were doing this podcast,
Didn't planes hit each other, not boats?
planes hit each other. We still don't know what happened.
You said both.
But you said boats.
This Sunday, a boat was in the Ottawa River.
Okay.
I was just saying no further updates on that story.
Yep.
Period.
On the planes.
On the planes.
Yeah, because you
But
said
it-
boats.
that's
you
gone.
said no further update on the boats that hit each other.
That's the problem we're
You
having.
got too far ahead.
No further updates on the planes.
There you go.
This week, boats.
Thank you. There you go.
Okay. So
6
two boats and the Ottawa River hit
One
each
boat.
other.
One
Okay.
boat.
How can one boat hit itself?
Yeah.
It's the Royal Boats.
punched itself in the face?
You guys are going to feel really bad. This is a sad story.
Oh, well, you have to lead with that, motherfucker.
No,
you did that last week too.
But that was off air. This one's going to be better. So at 6:30 p.m., the authorities are called. Police and fire department. Again, the police didn't show up. They're going to fuck it up. But there's a boat just going around in a circle.
Oh, phantom boat.
And they don't know what's going on.
Okay.
So they go out to the boat.
Someone's had a heart attack or something.
Someone's on the boat unconscious.
Yeah.
They revive him. Find out there was another person on the boat.
Ooh.
And they found her on Wednesday.
Oh.
Is that crazy?
So do they know what happened to them out there?
We don't know what were they drinking. The woman who died was 30. So there's younger. So I don't know if the guy had a heart attack or what happened. But isn't that... Oh my God, there's a boat. We got to do something. Oh my God, there's a guy on the boat.
Stop.
It just kept getting worse and worse and
Okay,
worse.
I have a crazy boat story. So in Vancouver,
no.
what? No, why?
He wants to have respect for the victims.
No, please go on. I got to find my pen.
In Vancouver, at like the marinas, You could just rent a boat with the driver's license. You don't need anything else.
Well, that was Canada one time, right?
Yeah, but so BC's still like that. Like when I lived out there, we went one day. Mary was just like, you can rent a boat with a license. And I was like, sick.
Everyone has a God-given ability to drive a boat.
Well, that was it. I was like, Mary, you have a license, so just take the thing out of the marina, and I'll take over after that. And she was like, okay. So we get the boat, and the whole time the guy doesn't care about shit. He just keeps saying, he's like, listen, whatever you do, there's a lot of fucking driftwood out there because you're pretty much like you're not on the ocean because of Vancouver Island, but you're in that strait where there's a lot of fucking debris.
Yeah.
See, and he must have said it 50 times. There's a lot of debris out there. If you fuck up the rotor, you pay for it. And they have all these like display rotors out there of like people that have fucked them up hitting shit. So we're out on the water and we're doing like max speed in this boat. It's me, Mary, and our buddy Andrew Hayter.
Do you feel like you weren't taking heed to what he said?
No, I'm listening. I mean, this is the thing is we've seen some like
what you think he's talking about?
Well, no, for the most part, you could see the logs like a decent way out. But I also wasn't going that fast up to that point. Now we're ripping, and I see what looks like a fucking redwood, like sitting in the water. And instead of doing the smart thing, which is if you're in a boat, you just fucking kill the engine. It'll pretty much like you're not going.
It doesn't slide on ice.
You're not going much further. That's it. There's enough fucking friction there. Instead of just doing that, just crank the wheel as hard as I can. Like just fucking. I don't flip the boat or anything. That would have been that would have been a story that ended poorly. But I cranked the wheel, and me, Mary, and Hayter all fucking other end of the boat. Like me, and dude, I like was no longer controlling the boat, but luckily quickly had it in me to like get back.
Still in the boat. No one
but
goes
like,
out
dude,
of the boat.
Mary's in the back of the boat, like rubbing her head, like fuck. Like I fucked Mary up, and they're still both of them still talk about it to this day. The PTSD they have from. But
were they upset with you for reckless boating?
No, because they recognized that I wasn't like I was just like recklessly boating. I was trying to avoid a massive piece of driftwood, but it was the unsafe way of doing it.
You guys seen the video of the guy boating? He looks
dude,
so cool.
That is with like 6 girls in there. That video is so fucked.
That's force. That's physics. That's a lot of stuff going on.
Dude, they go down so hard.
Anyways, that was a sad story, eh? Is that sad?
Yeah, I really don't like when you lead with make us like make fun of it and then wait to tell us how sad it was. And this one, I don't know if Matt picked up on this, but you said last week it was the planes. Well, first of all, you fucked it up. You said it was the boats. But finally when you got it out, you said it was the planes. This week, I would expect you to say it was boats hitting each other, and you said it was a boat. Like that's not a segue. That's not a subway, man.
No,
you cheated. And you fucking tricked us with a honey pot.
You know what?
I'm
it's
sorry.
fine. You got there. I now know the story. It's very sad.
It is. It's
But
super
you
sad.
guys
And
haven't
it's
heard
a
about that?
mystery. It's a mystery.
And
I
it's
like that.
It's an auto story, and this is another auto story. This is interesting. The police are offering $75,000 for a murder from 3 years ago, and they just released the footage. And the mother came out and was like,
The footage of what?
Of the murder?
It was I don't know if it's called Mirage or Image nightclub on Rideau Street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
probably something different. Anyways, it was a huge altercation that spilled out of the bar, just, 20 guys fighting, and then someone shot and everyone ran. But they just released a video, but the mother came out and was like, look, $75,000 is a lot of money. You could change your life. Like, it felt like she was speaking to knowing. And what I was thinking is, if you know something, there's no code of the streets there. Like, I don't want to say Takashi, but
Maybe there is a code of the streets, like just like she knows who knows. That person will get killed if they talk.
How are they ever going to find out it's them?
but it's bad.
Kamara's point.
There's a killer out there.
Well, I'm not saying it's not, but you got to be realistic about it. You know what I mean? Like,
And so it's out of fear, not just out of, well, whatever, man, I don't get involved with business.
I think it's
I don't want to be a
probably-
rat.
I can only imagine it would be, especially considering that some of those guys have got to be his friend.
Can you be a friend with someone who kills someone?
No. I'm saying on the other side, friends for the people who got killed. They would want the person brought to justice.
They all do.
Those people spilled out fighting. Obviously, there were two factions of people who didn't like each other.
Yeah, but you don't always know who the fuck you're fighting. I've seen tons of bar fights where the two groups had no prior knowledge of each other before the altercation.
Yeah, that's what
That happens
the
all
first
the
thing in my
time.
head is. This is just a
No,
silly.
you're missing my point.
Like you spilled a beer on a guy you didn't know.
No, I get
and
your
all of a
point.
sudden-
Your point is that the three of us go out. You get shot. Obviously, we want the killer of you to come to justice.
Right.
I understand that. My point, though, is that you're acting as though we get an altercation with three people that we have prior knowledge of. What I'm saying, Simon, is if we don't know three of these guys, all we have is what we've probably already given the cops. That's all I'm saying.
I see where I understand where you're going there. Yes, you would have to have someone on the other side rat out their friend. I don't think that's happening.
The tone in the mother's voice though was like, "We know you know."
Well, of course.
Well, of course they know. They
It's
know.
a shooting at a
That's-
nightclub, like,
and they were his buddies.
Yeah.
Well, $75,000 if you guys killed someone,
You'd rat us
I
out.
think so.
Well, thanks for that.
Kamar's real ride or die. So there you go. You know now not to call him when the body needs burying, or else Kamar's $75,000 richer.
I don't even know what the fuck.
Your world just got blown up, didn't it?
I have a trunk full. I mean,
No, dead hookers are one thing. Just some rando at the bar that you in a bar fight with is different.
I want to toss my favors.
Dead hookers are one thing.
That's another great soundbite.
But yeah, it was just very powerful hearing the mother, and that's another local story. It was an interesting dilemma. I hope that people do the right thing, because I just feel uncomfortable that there's how many killers out there. Maybe they never kill again or whatever, but
Well, you know what fucks me up is how many people have killer in them, but maybe never turn it on. I remember when I went to Rito, like my first week there, I'm having a cigarette outside, and this guy comes up to me, and he asks for a light, and he's got a huge bandage on his hand, and he starts talking to his buddy. I'm just standing there. I'm a bystander. He starts talking to his buddy about how the night before at Saint Laurent bus station, 3 guys with machetes had jumped him, and he took the machete from one of the guys and stabbed him like 4 times, and then went after the other 2, and they got away. And he's like, oh, I'm out right now on bail. Like, I have to go to fucking court for this. But he's like, my lawyer's like a sure shot I'm going to get off in self-defense because of my hand and like
Good old Rito, eh? Fuck.
Saint Laurent. But you know what I mean? It's one of those things
You
where
were
like,
at Rito High School, weren't you?
yeah, Rito High School, yeah. But it's one of those things, Kamar, where like that guy clearly had it in him to like, when 3 guys with machetes came up to be like, okay, let's do this. Whereas most people would have been like, fuck, I'd rather just be anywhere but here right
this
now.
happened many years ago.
Yeah, well, I was in high school, so.
Do you think that guy ended up in jail for a long, even though he
It's
was
a good,
innocent?
it's a good
of that
question.
one?
It's a good question, Kamar. That's a great question.
The last thing I want to cover is the same thing. The CRA, for anyone not Canadian, that's the Canadian Revenue Agency, is being overwhelmed
With rats.
tips from Canadians.
I know, it's
of
insane.
people abusing the
CERB.
emergency response benefit. And I was watching the one program, and the reporter was asking this lawyer and was like, so what is it? Is it like jilted lovers?
No neighbors.
Upset? Like, but trying to, and he said, unfortunately, they're all anonymous. So I can't give you subsective. What is the motive for people?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Do you think that's a very Canadian thing, though? Like this idea of nobody getting the free ride, everybody. You know what I mean? That's just.
Or is it just vindictive?
I think it's, hear me out. I think it's, imagine if you work in, like, here's a weird example. So I have a buddy who works at like a Nissan dealership, and through all of COVID, they somehow deemed his thing essential. So like he was stuck, and he has a newborn kid. Like he's like a 2-year-old kid. So he's stuck going to work every day at a Nissan dealership, wondering like, how the fuck am I essential? Imagine if he goes home every day and sees his neighbor like sitting in the sun. You know what I mean? And again, maybe he looks at his neighbor and goes, no, it's not his neighbor's fault. But maybe he also knows like, well, this guy's also working on the side. And so he's getting double this money, but because you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's kind of a bit of column A and a bit of column B.
The only issue is you informing on him doesn't get you off your. It doesn't.
I get it. I get it.
So that's the vindictive part. If there was a reward, I could understand.
Kamar, I can't tell
It
you how
doesn't
many.
get you more money.
It doesn't get you your time back or whatever is causing you to say, well, fuck that person. I'm going to dob them in.
Kamar, I can't tell you how many times I've been at the casino, seen a dealer make a mistake where they pay a player out where they shouldn't have been paid out, and another player at the table will be like, "Whoa, he shouldn't have." It's not your money. Like I saw this happen. The last time I was at the casino. A guy had money on the second dozen. The second dozen didn't win. The dealer slid the second dozen payment there. We all saw it, but everyone had this look of like, just let the man get paid. It's casino money. It's not your money. He's taking the money off the table, and this random dude just goes, hey, he shouldn't have gotten paid right there. And then the fucking pit boss comes up. The dealer apologizes and takes all the money back.
But I think that should double down and he does get the money.
Either way, then everyone at the table is berating this guy. Like, what the fuck do you care? It's not your fucking money. He's
because you should steal from a big corporation. What if it's from like a little mom and pop? Should you then
casinos
rat them
don't?
out?
But casinos don't exist in that capacity.
No.
so.
I mean, I'm saying different scenario.
Well, you know they're not
now.
paying taxes, so we have to give that phone call.
I mean, we should all look at it like this. Like, you really should only be using CERB if you need it because it all comes out of everyone's pot, right? Like, we're just printing this money out of nowhere.
$200 million to some fucking charity. Who cares? There's enough money to go around. I think everyone should just like go for it. It's a pandemic.
No, that's again. It shouldn't just be a free for all where people are ripping
No,
everything
the
off,
government
you know?
should be able to catch the people when the dust settles and they do their taxes. Say, "Oh, hey, you made too much money. You owe this
it
money."
shouldn't be the ratting
I don't
out.
think we should
Yeah,
have to
I
inform
get
on
you.
each
I think
other.
Trudeau should just come forward and be like, "Look, I said in the last election, I'm pushing UBI forward. Guess what? This is the beginning of it."
I don't know who my real dad is. I see that in there.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? That'd be the perfect thing. Fuck, you're already doing it, so why not just give everyone $2,000 a month?
From here on in,
Yeah,
fantastic.
I'm not prepared to have that conversation.
why not?
I just haven't thought enough about it to even know what my stance would be on it.
But I mean, just think about it right now. We're pretty
Legalize
much
drugs.
there right now, Simon,
Yeah, but
right? So-
only because of COVID. Like, that's not where we are. We don't know where we are yet, unfortunately.
we
We're
do
gonna
know
find
that
out.
casinos open in Hull.
yeah, the whole
I didn't know
casino's
that.
opening.
Well,
Yeah,
How about that?
Imagine
We're-
the casino
we're
had
seeing
been
spikes.
somehow, it has so much money, it could make it guaranteed it was all sterile. Like there's little,
they just have UV lights everywhere instead of.
they just had it covered.
I mean, the casino with the chips is like the most. They're gonna have to do something there, right? It's all gonna go to like a virtual.
Well, everything could
something.
go
On
on.
a
Keep in mind,
card.
remember poker started at the
Yeah,
casino with
no,
those
I
digital
do.
tables.
I hated it.
That's interesting. No more annoying chip stacking.
I'll say this: I saw this. There's a pro poker player who does like poker vlogs, and he was at a casino somewhere in the States, and they had like partitions at the whole table, and I think it was only 4 persons per 4 people per table. So there's everyone spaced out, and there's glass partitions. So you just have enough space to reach your hand through to touch the chips.
Yeah, thanks.
But even then,
I'll
I'm like,
stay home. Fuck.
even then, I'm like, you're still touching the chips.
Whatever.
But PokerStars apparently has like, they have the biggest uptick in business. And
this must be like the last time they had their huge uptick when there was
hockey
the
strike.
whatever strike. Yeah. Anywho,
Well, that's my 3
done
stories.
now?
Safety, boat safety. If you know something, tell something. Get yourself that money and stop ratting out your neighbor.
So wait, rat out your neighbor, but don't rat out your neighbor.
Murder and scamming $8,000.
this is
two
somehow
different
beginning
things.
to sound like his weather report.
No, I saw these stories and thought about how I thought about them and said I'll bring them to the boys and see how they think about them. Disagree or disagree, it doesn't matter.
I thought about
I
how
thought about how I thought about them, and then I brought them to the boys and see how they thought about them.
It's all sound bites.
That should be the name of your personal podcast.
Wait till we get that.
Thought about how I thought about
The
them.
thoughts he thought about.
Yeah.
The clip of Simon smoking my joint is going to go viral
No, it won't. I promise you.
I promise you that too.
because it's not getting made.
No, because 250 people watch this. So I doubt that those people are going to somehow pump that to all their friends.
Just type Justin Bieber canceled, Crystalia evidence, hashtag
Epstein.
Trump. Yeah,
Okay, gotcha. Are you done, Simon? You have a bunch of weird, ripped up.
I think
Tesla
it's
notes
time
there.
for the. Alien.
Yeah, I just got a couple of things I want to talk about.
That's 7 pages, and like there's a diagram
Yeah,
drawn on one of
I
those.
don't know about the
Like,
diagram.
what is going
Okay,
on?
listen, back up there.
Get this guy a laser pointer.
You know what? Yeah. Had a whole bunch of things coming out there at
Yeah.
once. First of all, I watched Stephen Greer's new movie. I don't remember what it was called. Oh, it's called Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. Because, again, this guy, he starts the movie off. This is his, like, thing. He starts the movie off. Everything he's saying is, like, kind of true. He's
Right,
making,
interesting.
like, decent points. And then all of a sudden he's claiming that he can call in the UFOs. Like, it's a real fucking double cross. Or this guy's calling in UFOs. And that's why he says it's Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. Because, you know, the first is like you see them. The second is you see them and you see the alien. The third is you make contact. The fourth is whatever the fuck it is. And the fifth is you can somehow call them in. So that's what this whole thing is all about with him. Anyways, I don't know what.
And it started off promising, and then something went wrong.
And then we ended on flat
The contact
Earth,
is
I think.
The contact of the aliens is too much.
Well, it would be amazing if it's true, but I just like, really? There's a protocol to but you might like it, Kamar. It is all interdimensional, sending these signals, and then they come through the dimension.
I can't
Well,
because
you love it
woke up this morning and I got myself a gun.
because of The Sopranos.
I'm watching Sopranos. Uncle Junior's such an asshole, eh?
I love him.
And Artie Fuqua. Oh my God, poor Artie.
Artie Fuqua.
Is it Artie Fuqua?
Oh, the
chef.
yeah.
No,
the
it's
chef.
it's Artie Bucco.
Bucco.
Are you sure it's not?
Yes, I'm sure.
Yes, it's
Bucco.
Artie
Farquhar
Bucco.
dies or something.
Farquhar is the
That's from
prince
Shrek.
in Shrek. Prince Farquhar.
Anyways, Uncle Junior's the worst, right?
He's my favorite character.
Even though he kills Christopher's friend in the beginning.
I just mean I like the guy's
You were able to
act.
forget about that?
He's evil. I like his.
His name was Brendan Falone.
That didn't have to happen.
Whatever.
I can't watch your alien thing, Sopranos.
Oh yeah, don't watch it. I wasn't saying you should watch it. I was just saying I watched it for you, and now I did.
Kamar,
the
how
work
deep?
and-
Oh, not deep at all. Like,
Just like a couple episodes.
I think they
not
blew
done
up the
season
restaurant.
one?
No.
Okay, fair enough. They blew up Artie's restaurant.
Yeah.
I mean, if he had just gone on vacation,
But his wife is.
well, Charmaine's a fucking.
And then she
straight
comes
twat.
around and she tells Carmen she fucked Tony, and it's all coming undone.
I told you guys about the ping pong soccer thing. That
told
was
us.
amazing.
Yep.
But everybody else out there,
Is it
there's
called something?
I don't know.
That's the kind of research we're talking
Yeah,
about.
I'm really good. But it's a sport where you play ping pong with a soccer ball with your head. And you can jump on the table, and it's insane. I suggest that you Google soccer ping pong head, something along those lines, and you'll probably get there.
I suggest you Google soccer ping pong head.
What else? Oh. Do either of you listen to Tim Dillon?
He's on fire right now.
Well, he has the ads that he gets, like Fucked. You know the company Fucked?
Like the brand, clothing brand?
Fuct.
Yeah, they used to be a skateboard brand.
Yeah, they're doing it with him right now, and he's
Weird.
like, "This is so weird. I feel like I'm being trolled with my ads." And he's like, "It feels like somebody lost this ad this week, and we somehow got it." Doesn't it seem like that?
He's being honest.
No, it was like he was being facetious, but obviously Dalia, you know what I mean? But
Sorry, I didn't even put that together. I'm so dumb.
but there is, well, what did you think?
But I don't think Dalia ever did ads for fucked.
Well, why the fuck is Fucked advertising with Tim Dillon or with Dalia or on a podcast? Period.
Another podcast got dropped or something.
The real question is, when do those guys give a fuck what they're fucking advertising?
Does that? I think Legion Skanks is pretty strict about who they work with. So I Tim Dillon was with them, left. I don't know.
I saw something that enraged me, but now that I've basically had Kamar spit in my mouth, I'm not really one to talk. But these two people were out the other day. I was watching this all happen. Boyfriend and girlfriend, obviously, because they're all over each other. Like the guy's like feeling her up. It was like a real spectacle.
In public?
In public, yeah. And whoa, my voice went all
Public?
crazy. Yeah, in public.
It's PDA.
Meanwhile, she's wearing a mask and he's not wearing a mask. No problem. Fine. Maybe she's sick or he's sick. Who fucking knows? So they're doing this. They're waiting in the line to pick up like some takeout. Feeling up. They get the takeout. I'm watching. They go back into their car. She takes off the mask and they start fucking kissing.
Oh, I thought they were gonna fuck.
And I'm just like, what is going on here?
Nice story, Gary. Was they just didn't want to?
Keep your fucking eyes open. Post show over. We're done. We're fucking done. We're done.
Fuck. All right. Well, I guess
And then there were two.
that's it. That's the post show.
Keep opening your eyes.